Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Thank you for coming out this morning. My name is Prentice Hill, Executive Director of BCSG 360. We're the host of the Show Me Classic this year. Without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get started with the announcement press conference of the Show Me Classic. At this time, I would ask that Dr. Smith come give us our welcome. Dr. Smith.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning.
It's a great day to be a Hornet. I am Dr. Dwayne Smith, and I have the distinct honor of serving as the interim president of the historic Harris-Stowe State University. Thank you for coming in and tuning in via Facebook Live. I want to take this time also to welcome you to Harris-Stowe State University. Founded in 1857, Harris-Stowe has a remarkable tradition of educating a diverse student body that's prepared for leadership in our global economy. We continue to evolve into a dynamic and powerful center of scholarship, research, and education. Harris-Stowe State University continues to hold state as well as national rankings, and we are still one of the top producers of African Americans earning college degrees in education, hospitality administration, management information systems. This is in the U.S. and also the state. We're the fastest growing institution, not only in Missouri, but across the United States of America. The athletic program at Harris-Stowe is a significant and important feature of student life. We have a tradition of winning both on and off the court. In fact, our men's basketball team has won the NAIA Midwest Conference Championship twice within the past 3 years.
Yay!
And what's most important is that our student athletes have an average of a 3.0 grade point average. The fourth annual Show Me Classic basketball game is more than just for bragging rights. It is special for our players, coaches, and thousands of fans expected to attend. This game not only jumpstarts each team's season, but also showcases the athletic talents of our student athletes and highlights the two historically Black universities in Missouri, Lincoln University and Harris-Stowe State University. This is a showdown that you do not want to miss. I invite everyone to come out and watch the Harris-Stowe team bring home the victory. That's right. That's right. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Smith, for those remarks. At this time, I'll give a few remarks on behalf of BCSG 360's board members. I would like to say thank you to Dr. Smith, Dr. Woolfolk, Lincoln University, for agreeing to participate in the Show Me Classic in this format. These two fine institutions over the last several years have engaged in this event. And as a result of our partnership with the event, we're going to host the event at Shapers Arena right across the street. As you well know, Shapers Arena is a state-of-the-art facility with a capacity of 10,000 seats. And so we are very excited about the opportunity of partnering with the two institutions to create a situation of putting more fans in the seats to witness HBCU basketball in the state of Missouri. Our organization has a mission of connecting urban youth with historically Black colleges and universities. Essentially what we like to do is go to markets across the country, host Black college sporting events, and promote the HBCU experience. And so the St. Louis market is definitely a great market to do that. Being born and raised in Birmingham, Alabama, and being surrounded by so many HBCUs in the state of Alabama, I never heard of Lincoln University. I never heard of Harris-Stowe State University. When I moved to the Midwest several years ago, I had the opportunity of being introduced to such HBCUs. And so I love the opportunity of learning about our HBCUs, working with all of them in hopes of getting more of our urban youth to historically Black colleges and universities. One of the challenges that we have in urban America is helping students better financially prepare themselves to cover the cost of education. And so through our work with institutions like Harris-Stowe State University and Lincoln University, with these type of events, we host what we call the HBCU experience, which is a college admissions scholarship and career fair that will take place November 22nd, that Friday morning from 9 a.m. To 2 o'clock p.m., where we'll have several HBCUs present, admission representatives, recruiting students to historical Black colleges and universities, various resources that support students in their aspirations to attend HBCUs. And so we're very excited about the opportunity that has presented itself through the Show Me Classic, as well as partnering with the various organizations in the St. Louis market. So that's what this event is all about. It's more than just a game. We are very excited about the matchup, but more importantly, the opportunity to introduce our urban youth to our historically Black colleges and universities. Thank you for listening to me at this time. We will now turn the floor over to Lincoln University to give some remarks about their institution, their program, and their participation in the Show Me Classic.
Well, thank you. My name is John Mosley. I have the privilege of serving as the Director of Athletics as well as the head men's basketball coach, so I didn't really know which chair I wanted to sit in up here. But I'll first serve as the Athletic Director. On behalf of our President, Dr. Gerald Jones-Woolfolk, we appreciate the opportunity to partner with both of you to play in such an important game, I think, for our region. This area has been so good to Lincoln University. In fact, 4 of our current Board of Curator members are from the city of St. Louis. And we have a number of students who have went to school here that have either are currently at Lincoln or graduated and come back to serve in this area. Among those is Ms. Nell Cheatham. We have a large presence in the Greater St. Louis Alumni Association here. We're very excited about Lincoln's presence in this event. We did this 2 years ago for 2 consecutive years. It turned out really well, I think, for both institutions. So I guess this is kind of like the tiebreaker between those. You guys were fortunate to win here. We were fortunate to win over at Lindenwood. And 2 really good basketball games, extremely competitive and extremely well supported by both of our constituents. We are thankful to be playing this game at Chaffetz. I think it's an arena that puts the spotlight on this game that it's earned. And we hope that this market and many other markets from Chicago, Memphis, Kansas City, Indiana, Indianapolis, will they come in and visit this game and see what these 2 institutions provide, both academically and athletically. It's enough students for both of us. And students at both institutions are going to receive a quality degree. We're fortunate at Lincoln University to be one of, if not the only institution in the country founded by soldiers of the 62nd and 65th Colored Infantries who fought in the Civil War. And so it's a tremendous history there. We take great pride in that at Lincoln University. I'm fortunate, this is my 6th year at Lincoln University, 5 as the athletic director now, and 6 as the men's basketball coach. But this is also my 11th year at HBCU basketball. And so I understand the pride and commitment that our students, alumni, staff, faculty, and communities take in our programs. And this is another opportunity for us to showcase just how great that is. So thank you guys for the opportunity to participate.
Thank you, A.D. Mosley, for those remarks. At this time, we'll have remarks by A.D. Johnson, Harris-Stowe State University.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, I'm gonna say it again. Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm telling you to say it again in my throat. I'm still have to clear it out. So, again, I'm Dorian Johnson. I'm the athletic director here at Harris-Stowe State University. It is indeed a great day to be a Hornet, right?
Yeah.
I am so honored to have the opportunity to be here. I'd like to thank Dr. Stewart for commenting today, but also for being here, for this opportunity. Also, I'd like to thank our cabinet members that are here today and for your support. I'd like to thank Dr. Stewart and Mr. Hill for putting this press conference together. They worked relentlessly to pull this off. And also, I'd like to thank Coach Mosley and Coach Dunlap for coming up with the idea to put together the Show Me State Classic. It hasn't been here for a couple of years. They decided this summer they wanted to play it. And the opportunity came for us to partner and make it a classic and make it a really big event for the city of St. Louis, our student athletes, fans, and coaches. This is a great opportunity for exposure for them. I do not despise the day of small beginnings. I learned that a long time ago. So sometimes you may not have the grand turnout initially when you start something, or you may, but the goal is to gain that exposure so that you can grow and bring in revenue for your institution. I also would like to thank our student athletes for all the work that they put in. And I pray that we continue to do that. I'd like to thank the athletic staff for all the work that they put in. We have some people that work relentlessly to make sure that our student athletes and coaches are successful. The Show Me State Classic, I'm most excited, about the basketball game, but I'm more excited about the career fair. We have a mantra in athletics that's called one team, one mission, developing champions for life. I'm gonna say that again. One team, one mission, developing champions for life. Our goal is not only for them to be successful in competition, but we want them to be successful in the classroom and in their careers. We're very serious about that. We put initiatives in place to help them move forward, and we have initiatives coming forward. So I'm most excited about that career fair, because it'll be opportunities for students in the St. Louis area to come out, seniors in particular, to come out and see what that HBCU experience is like, but also be a part of career sessions that will help them figure out what they want to do for the rest of their lives. And that's very important, because we know that students need help in that area. So again, I'm grateful for the opportunity, looking forward to a great experience. Hope that you buy your tickets today. Mr. Hill will give you that link where you can buy tickets. Right now we're doing pretty good as ticket sales, but we want to increase those sales so we can have a dynamic experience. Thank you again. Before I sit down, I'm gonna try to do a Steve Harvey introduction. I'd like to bring up the two-time AMC championship coach, Coach B. Dunn. Breon Dunlap.
Thank you, Ms. Johnson. I don't have a lot of voice. We've had some rough days in practice, but I'm just going to say this. I'm thankful for the opportunity. Coach Mosley and I, we actually go back some years now. We saw each other this summer at the Final Four. We were just talking about trying to bring the game back, and it just so happened the Show Me Classic at Schaefer's was brought to our attention, a plan to Schaefer's, which was a great thing for us. I think it's an honor and a blessing, not only for our two institutions, but like you said, the community, but for our players to have an opportunity to play in a Division I arena and get that exposure and play under the lights and showcase what not only NAIA and Division II basketball is about, but what our two programs are about respectively as well. They have rich tradition, rich history, both universities do, and we have a lot of talented players and student athletes, as well as administrators and coaches and staffs that will get showcased through that event as well. And with all you guys' support, we think it could turn out to be something very special and your annual thing that can grow each and every year and get bigger and bigger. So once again, I'm privileged to be a part of this, and come November 22nd, I'm excited to see what both teams are going to put on the floor and the fan bases and what they're going to bring to the community as well. Thank you.
Thank you, A.D. Johnson and Coach Dunlap, for those remarks. I think it's appropriate, since it's a tie break, that we coin this event on November 22nd as the Show Me State Showdown. We're all bragging rights for the remainder of the year. And at this time, we would like to do some Q&A. So we'll just open up the floor, as well as the Facebook Live for a few questions, and you can direct them to myself, Coach Mosley, A.D. Johnson, or Coach Dunlap. Any questions from the audience?
Not everybody at once, all right?
Anything on Facebook? Any questions on Facebook?
No, we don't have any questions on Facebook.
Okay. Well, to provide you some
Can I ask a question?
Go ahead, Dr. Smith.
So again, thank you both schools for this opportunity. So I want you to dig deeper. So what's significant about Harris-Stowe State University and Lincoln University, the two HBCUs in the state, coming together for this competition? Why is this significant?
Well, I think the significance of it is bringing the two communities together, with Lincoln being a Jeff City, and with Lincoln being a Jeff City and Harris-Stowe being here in St. Louis, and just showcase once again, not only just from the HBCU standpoint, but from a national and the state standpoint, that we do good things as well, and just to bring a lot of notoriety to others who may not have, like Mr. Prentice Hill said, he didn't know about Harris-Stowe or about Lincoln before he got to the Midwest. So hopefully this opens up some doors from other young student athletes. And then from a former player standpoint, hopefully for our guys, they understand the significance of how little kids look up to them. And with the community coming out and these kids coming to the game and things of that nature, maybe they'll grow up and say, I want to go to Harris-Stowe, or I want to go to Lincoln, because I enjoyed the experience that I had of going to the show me. I enjoyed the experience of being in the college fair and learning those things.
Mr. Hill, can you please elaborate on the additional events that will be occurring during the Show Me Classic? For example, the HBCU experience and the Battle of the Bands?
Sure. On the morning of November 22nd, we'll be hosting the HBCU Experience, which is a HBCU scholarship, admissions, and career fair. We're partnered with various HBCUs across the country that will be attending with admission representatives, as well as local HBCU alumni chapters, professional organizations, and various employers. The goal of that event is to essentially take graduating seniors that are in the process of applying and looking to go to an HBCU and essentially connect them more intimately with those institutions, with scholarship opportunities, and the resources that are necessary in order to put together a plan. We also have the St. Louis Community College system that will be a partner of that event. So essentially what we look at is kind of how do urban youth connect the dots with regards to covering the cost of education. Most of the urban youth are free lunch students, so essentially they can't afford the rising cost of a college education. And so what we're trying to do is say, hey, these are the different types of resources and opportunities. You start taking classes at the community college level while in high school, or you might have to go 2 years to community college and then transfer to an HBCU. The whole idea is for them to successfully matriculate rather than go for a year or two and have to return home and not complete that degree. I'm pretty sure Dr. Smith will attest to the need for graduation rates to increase at our HBCUs. And so that's what these events are designed to do. In addition to that event, we have the basketball game, of course, at 6 o'clock. But immediately following that event is the Battle of the Bands. And so we'll be hosting Lincoln University's band, Kentucky State's band, and several high school bands in the area to provide an entertainment component of the marching band piece and the band competition within the stand. So we're excited about that. Got a lot of interest from high school students that's who we want to attract to an event like this anyway. We want to start cultivating. The reality is that when I moved to Chicago, you don't have an HBCU in Illinois. And that's advantageous for Lincoln University and Harris-Stowe State, because just 4 or 5 hours away, you have this large market, which is Chicago, that are looking, students that are looking for affordable cost options for an HBCU. And we want to partner with the institutions and help recruit those students. So we see that as an advantage. We see these 2 basketball teams providing that, as well as a large HBCU alumni population in the markets, Indianapolis, Memphis to the south, Chicago to the north. And so we would like to see this event grow to be that basketball classic that brings these markets together in St. Louis and put together a great weekend of activities and events.
And again, how much are tickets and where can the community purchase tickets?
So tickets are $20. You can purchase those tickets through Ticketmaster. Shakespeare Arena is a Ticketmaster house, and so promotional tickets are available also through our website, bcsg360.org. And so you can purchase tickets either through Ticketmaster or bcsg360.org. Any other questions? Oh, forgot to mention that. So the great thing about our fair is that Friday morning is designed for graduating seniors. So our goal is to get about 2,000 graduating seniors from both sides of the river to participate in that event. Each senior that gets admitted into at least one HBCU will get a free ticket to the basketball game and Battle of the Bands that evening. So that's our incentive to them to promote HBCUs and get them to get admitted into at least one HBCU. We would hope for them to get admitted into both Harris-Stowe State and Lincoln and one other HBCU, so they'll have some options. And that's what this event is about. It's about options. You know, before the Show Me Classic, what was the option for Black college sports in this state with regards to a sporting event? We did have the Gateway Classic. That is no more. But now we have the Show Me Classic, and our goal and objective is to work and partner. It's not just about BCSG 360. It's not just about Lincoln or just Harris-Stowe State. It's about us collectively partnering together to make this event a success. And so I really believe that we can put 10,000 fans in that arena if we all work together and leverage our resources to that end. like I say, the revenue piece is very important because we are a low resource institution. Let's not make any mistake about that. And so opportunities like this allow us to leverage our athletic programs to generate revenue and exposure. And so that's what we seek to do through this event. Any other questions? All right, I would like to conclude this press conference at this time. Thank you for coming this morning. I look forward to seeing everyone on November 22nd at 6 o'clock for the Show Me Classic Showdown and the Battle of the Bands. Thank you and have a great night.